Right, and we are about to get started now. So take it away, Karthik.
Thank you, Kim. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Thanks for joining this session on the IBM Informix. So, I am Karthik Gopalakrishnan, the product manager for Informix. So, I am here to discuss with you some of the plans that we have for IBM Informix for 2022, and also discuss about some of the releases that went or that were GA'd in 2021. So let's get started. So as always, uh, the information contained in this session are for informational purposes only, and we do have to share this legal disclaimer where uh, the information in this, especially about the roadmap, are subjected to change. And for the latest information on the IBM roadmap or the futures, please refer to our external roadmap link, which I will share, or you could always reach out to our IBM representative. So here's the agenda for today. So I'd like to first start with some market trends, and then tell you like how IBM strategy aligns with it, and then show a recap of all the Informix releases that happened maybe over the year, and also maybe a very high level recap of releases over last 2 decades. And then what is the Informix vNext strategy, and what are the priorities for the Informix vNext that is planned for 2022? And then touch upon the Informix on Cloud Pack for Data, which is our strategic direction to be on hybrid cloud. And then most importantly, some of the channels that we have available for you to stay involved with our product teams. So let's get started. So it is very important to start with market trends, because that's where we get a lot of hints on what our customers like, what our prospective customers want to go or want to see our product going. So let's start with the mega trends of our database market that are available from our many of our worldwide analysts. So I want to start by the four data points on the bottom of the screen that you see here. The first one being the data volumes and the formats exploding. So as we know that the data is exploding, and one of the critical data points here is that the world will create definitely more than 3 times the data over the next 5 years as it did in the previous five. So that means that it is inevitable that the volumes and the format of the data are also exploding. That's why you see a lot more new formats evolving uh, in the DB space. Next data point, the critical data point from Gartner is the growth in the DPMS is majorly in the public cloud space. As many of you know, in over the last few years, the majority of new applications are being uh, started or being deployed on cloud. So this is evident from the DBMS market that grew 18.4 in 2018, where 68% of it in cloud. The another major connecting data point, the third one is that, having said about the cloud DBMS, it is to be noted that the on-prem deployments are still the lion's share of the market. So we know that from many of our analysts that between two-thirds to three-fourths of our workloads are still on-premise or will be on hybrid cloud in the future. So finally, it is very important that we embrace open source technologies, and we know that many of our clients like you have at least three databases in your organization where for different types of applications. So it is very critical that we need to work closely with other open source technologies and open source databases, so that like in future where we kind of evolve into a best uh, platform, database platform or data platform that can embrace all technologies. So having seen this market trends, this the above the top part of the slide is shows how IBM strategy aligns with these market trends in the DBMS market. So the quote from our CEO explains our broader strategy where we are providing a hybrid cloud platform that straddles the public cloud and the private infrastructure. So he refers the hybrid cloud platform in conjunction to the Cloud Pak for Data platform, which is our premier multi-cloud hybrid cloud platform. So this platform interface basically, which I will explain or go into in detail in a bit, brings together numerous services or the portfolio of products from the IBM Data and AI, and it stitches them together seamlessly. So this is how IBM strategy and especially the Informix strategy will align to the market trends that we are seeing. And with that, I'll have to jump on to maybe a short recap of Informix. So, as you know, Informix is one of the flagship database offerings for IBM. And over the last 2 decades, we delivered many big version releases that helped us to leap boundaries in the database technology. So we see many database vendors today are coming up with new uh, databases or new databases for like say native time series database or native JSON database, or even say a database that can be embedded in a device. So Informix is one of the unique databases that handle many databases for many years. The native time series and spatial, the native JSON, and the embedded integration with myriads of devices, along with the enterprise capabilities, are few innovations that we could proudly brag about today. So our supported versions today are the two versions in 2013 that was released, the 12.10 and the 14.10 that was released in 2019. So, as we follow a continuous delivery model, you would have seen significant improvements in terms of new capabilities and enhancements done in a very short interval time with fixed packs or mod pack releases. So that's a kind of a release model that uh, helps us to deliver continuous innovation, and also helps our customers like you to upgrade as and when needed. So um, our investments in Informix over the last 2 decades have turned Informix into one of the leading flagship database offerings in IBM. Right? We can proudly say that today there are that we are one of the leaders in the database market, and our technology focus over last 2 decades helped us to deliver unmatched distributed processing, business continuity, embedded integration, and now we are most importantly we are delivering an unmatched hybrid cloud capabilities. So this slide again shows a kind of a recap of all the 2021 releases that we had for Informix. I have included the external roadmap. As always, like external roadmaps are in AHA, so you could always Google the AHA link, or which I'll be able to, if I'm able to share this presentation, you will be able to get that AHA link. So uh, this is kind of a very high level overview of what we released in 2021. So as you can see, like we have two delivery streams. That is the standalone one, which is the 14.10, which did have like XC5 and XC6, and also XC7 that is coming up in December 2021. We also still continue to provide fixed packs for 12.10 release, which came up in June 2021. We also have another delivery stream that is a Cloud Pak for Data or the Informix cartridge on Cloud Pak for Data. This is specifically for the container-based deployments, where Cloud Pak for Data is our strategic directions for these container-based deployments. And it is inevitable that we need to support the latest version of Cloud Pak for Data, which is uh, like we continue to do that. Now we support up to 4.0 support. We are also on a very mature operator phase level on the Red Hat lifecycle, which is the phase 2 and 3 operator. We support high availability of containers, and also there is an integrated management console. So this shows that like some of these releases that happened over the year helped us to leap significant boundaries in terms of the container maturity for the Informix. So there are many other delivery options for Informix as well. It is available as a Docker container as well, and you could also deploy Informix container uh, outside the Cloud Pak for Data as a under the Red Hat OpenShift platform. So with this same delivery model, we are targeting our next version release in 2022. And we believe this version release of the vNext will help us to stay as leaders in the market and also leap new boundaries in the database management market. So what is Informix vNext? So uh, we all know, or we all know, like some of the unique differentiators for Informix. So we want to continue to build on it. So we see this Informix vNext as a release that will empower Informix, or that will continue to build Informix as a low footprint database with multi-model capabilities that continues to provide the high performance with self-managing cloud native database capabilities. So this is the vision that we see for the vNext. When I say vNext, it does not just mean one particular release on the vNext. It also covers for the next 2 to 3 years. Say for example, the next version release is version 15, which will span out in different mod packs and fixed packs. As I said earlier, this vision applies uh, to those releases. Having said about the vision of the VNX, it is important to review some of the priorities that we want to set for VNX. So we see that uh, upgrading our existing customers to this new feature release is one of the key milestone for this VNX. So that is possible only if our customers see major innovation happening in the vNext, which will eventually happen, and that's why we have it as a major priority. Secondly, as you know, like there are certain use cases that Informix is the only database in the market that leads its way. For example, the embed, the gaming, the time series, which where no other databases have capabilities that can provide, or unmatched capabilities that can uh, lead like what Informix is doing today. So we want to grow in those directions, and that's why we have it as a second priority, growing new workloads by in these kind of niche use cases. Thirdly, or the most important priority for us, is to help our customers modernize in a cloud native architecture. So this reflects back to the market trends piece that I covered a few minutes back. As we see our customers moving towards a hybrid architecture where they have to straddle between the uh, on-prem world as well as the cloud, and also the private infrastructure. So we see this cloud native architecture, or the empowering our customers with the cloud native architecture, is a critical piece for their uh, for their data and AI journey. And we believe we could do this using the Cloud Pak for Data and the OpenShift delivery options. And this is one of our major priority for the vNext as well. So this slide again shows kind of some of the priorities we have cut down for the first release of the vNext that we are planning for Q4 of 2022. So I have again included the external roadmap link, which you could keep following. If there are any changes, or if there are any changes, you could definitely keep a lookout for those changes in the external roadmap. So let's first look at the theme Informix Sunchain. So enable backups on from HDR secondary. So this basically allows for reducing the load on your primary, right? And then enable CDC log capture from secondary. This again helps you again the reducing the load on your primary as well. And then eliminating the limits, and as you know, like this helps many DBAs uh, to increase their uptime, right, reduce chances of corruption, and also provide the ability to massively scale up the DB. So this is one of the critical changes that we'll be making to the core engine that will impact, or that will help all our existing as well as new clients. Delight the client is again is some of the features that are features that are drawn from many of the ideas that you provided, like the AHA ideas or the RFEs that you provided, and also some of the features that we have had in our client conversations. So improving external tables to is one of the aspect, or one such feature, like and then point click setup for a time series database is another aspect, like which will also help us to differentiate in the time series use cases. And the point click setup for clusters, again, that will help, that will enable clients to easily set up and utilize unmatched business continuity options with the Informix. And we also have obtaining the query plan from a running query. So this is again one of the RFE that was most asked for, that we prioritize for the first cut of VNext. That will help our clients to uh, with a better troubleshooting during their query optimization. Finally, the most important one is the modernization. Here, we are upgrading our GLS, bringing the ICU Unicode support up to date. So this is something that we see as a strategic direction, as well as something that many of our clients requested for. Uh, Informix operator update is another delivery stream, as I said, will continue to mature. As you know, like currently Informix is operator is at a maturity level of phase 3, and will continue to invest in the area, which will help our customers to develop apps faster, and also innovate in the container space. The cloud pack for data integration is again a key piece here, because this is our hybrid multi-cloud platform that will help you to stitch Informix as a service with other services in the cloud pack for data catalog. And we'll continue to innovate on the developer tools and driver updates, which we do every year. So having seen about the Informix VNext and the priorities for VNext, I would also like to give you a very brief overview on what this Informix on Cloud Pak for Data, which is again our strategic direction for our customers for data and AI journey. So Informix on Cloud Pak for Data is nothing but Informix packaged as both container as well as the standalone deployment model, along with the Red Hat OpenShift licenses, with the Cloud Pak for Data platform capabilities. So let me explain it in bit more. So as you know, Informix is today can be deployed in multiple ways. It could be deployed on premises or standalone. It could be deployed on Docker, or it could be deployed on Red Hat OpenShift platform as a container. So we believe that Red Hat OpenShift platform delivers the highest value of all these deployment factors, and hence we picked this delivery stream as our strategic direction. With that, the Cloud Pak for Data platform, or the Cloud Pak for Data, is a multi-cloud hybrid cloud platform that basically stitches or helps you to stitch all the services. For example, you could stitch Informix with a AI service like Watson Studio, or a data governance service uh, together and use it in your applications. So Cloud Pak for Data includes 45 plus or 50 plus services that are part of the IBM's data and AI portfolio. And Informix is one of the service or leading service in that. And this will help you to stitch Informix service along with other services. So the reason we do that is this base services that are part of the core Cloud Pak for Data can help you fast track to the end-to-end data and AI journey with a comprehensive set of data capabilities. So some of the benefits of deploying Informix Container today are absorbed from the direct benefits of deploying a database containers on your application. For example, rapid deployment. You can set up a spin up a container and fast track your application development with the Informix Container today that is available through Cloud Pak for Data or as a native container. Automated administration. Again, some of these are being lent from the Cloud Pak for Data, which helps you to uh, uh, ease the administration over it, and also the fact that containers are more easy to administrate uh, in terms of managing high availability or disaster recovery makes it more usable. Uh, the ultimate reason why many of our customers today are going in the direction of containers are again to reduce their operation cost. So I have included some of the data points here, and I highly recommend you to go through that. Data virtualization is again another major feature that is part of the Cloud Pak for Data platform. So here, Informix containers can be virtualized along with many other data sources. As I said at the start of the presentation, we know that our customers use multiple databases or data sources for different types of applications. And it is very important that you join these data sources or you kind of visualize this and help it or take it forward to your data and AI journey. So the data virtualization part will help you to reduce the ETL cost and time, and it will uh, basically help you to join other data sources. For example, Informix can be virtualized along with something like a DB2 or a Postgres or a MongoDB, which will help you reduce the time of ETLs and also take it forward with the data and AI journey. Reducing the storage cost is another major benefit of the containers, uh, as you know. And then developing applications faster, as I said, will help you to fast track the application development process. So here I have bookmarked some of the links, like the benefits related to the operational cost, or the benefits related to the storage cost, and also some of the benefits very specific to the Red Hat OpenShift platform that we can measure today. And I highly recommend you to view some of these white papers that are available out in the net. So as you know, like Cloud Pak for Data includes many services, and there is always a question: why do I need to pick specifically the Informix container than say a DB2 container or than say Postgres or MongoDB, which are also part of Cloud Pak for Data? So uh, there are many reasons to that, and the reasons are very obvious as well. As you know, Informix is one of the few databases that support a true hybrid data ingestion. So it supports both structured as well as unstructured data. It supports many data types, as I said, like JSON, BSON, time series, etc. User defined access methods, and it is also one of the unique databases where you can perform SQL and NoSQL operations together. None of the other databases in the market can or to my knowledge can uh, provide you an ability to do that in a single database instance. And again, there are other capabilities like multimodal data management, which helps you to use it for a different use cases. So you could use it for OLTP, use it for OLAP and mixed workloads, and also you could use it for another niche use cases like time series, spatio-temporal, um, like uh, something like that could handle the GPS data and so on. Most importantly, Informix, apart from all these hybrid data ingestion and multimodal data management, it also brings together a lot of enterprise capabilities around the database. Like, for example, the highly resilient database capabilities, like the HA clustering, which is now available in the Informix containers, are very useful when you think about when you think about an enterprise level database, or a database that has an enterprise maturity, right? Enterprise replication, sharded tables are some of these capabilities. Most importantly, analytics at scale are again a very key aspect of this picking a database container. So as you know, customers often use or modernize to containers to fast track their data and AI journey. And it is very important that the database itself has a lot of analytical capabilities, and Informix do have in terms of time series, spatio-temporal analytics, the warehouse accelerator, and etc. The security and compliance is one of the areas that Informix has been very well known for. It's one of the secure databases, so it has reached in a maturity level where encryption of data in transit and rest are available. We are compliant with our latest certifications and compliances. Uh, and finally, the most important one is the developer inclusive, which where we provide language and driver support for major programming languages today, and also there are a lot of application developer kit that are available. So with that, I think we have come to the end of this presentation. My goal of this presentation is to give you a sense of where we are with Informix today, and what we have done in a last year, and where we want to go next year, and also give you a overview of what the Informix on Cloud Pak for Data means to you, and how what are the value propositions for you to use it for your data and AI journey. There are a lot of ways to engage with us. The Informix or the international Informix user group is one of the vibrant user groups I have seen personally. So that is something I highly recommend you to hop on and engage with other users as well as the leaders in this Informix market. Request for enhancements or the idea portal is another portal which you could leverage to uh, like view some of the ideas that customers around the globe are posting for Informix, and also post your ideas which could be voted up and at some point of time be prioritized for the Informix roadmap, which we do in every roadmap planning process. NPS service is something that you might get every now and then if you are an existing customer of Informix. So feel free to provide your feedback on those NPS surveys. We do monitor all those surveys, and we do respond to those comments like or issues that you raise through those surveys. And IBM communities is another a major channel where we see our users engaging with each other, and also with engaging with our IBM. We also have our social media handle. With that, I also included a few links to our past presentations. That I'm going to take a pause here and see if there are any questions in the chat. Cool. I don't see any questions so far, but I will be definitely looking at the Be My app and for any questions after this session, and I'll respond to it as you may have any of those. So thank you again